Hey, this is Justin from Terraform, and what I'd love to talk to you a bit about today is Microsoft Entra's Verified ID. Now, Microsoft Entra itself is a multi-cloud identity and access management suite of products, and it allows us to kind of issue and govern the identities of our apps and users, but also the access that these users and apps have across our multi-cloud environment and the third-party apps and services that we use. Now, Verified ID specifically is an easy to use solution for issuing digital IDs. Now, similar to the way that we issue our driver's license or our social security number, and we use those to kind of prove who we are when we need to. For example, maybe we get a new job and you have to show your ID and give your social security number. But of course, these documents can be easily forged. We all know that. So Microsoft has developed Verified ID, which is a way for us to digitally issue a ID that can be cryptographically verified. Basically, it uses advanced math similar to the way your online banking is made safe. It uses similar methods, and these IDs get issued into my personal digital wallet using the Microsoft Authenticator app, so I can carry it everywhere and I can prove my identity anytime. The way it does this is using what we call a triangle of trust, similar to how all triangles have 3 points. And so there is the issuer, there's the holder, and there's the verifier. So the issuer could be my workplace, my new employer, let's say, who's going to issue me my work badge or my digital ID, my verified ID. Now, me as the holder, I get to hold that in my digital wallet. We use Microsoft Authenticator to do that. And then I can present that to, let's say, a hardware vendor who I want to take advantage of an employee discount because I work for this employer. I can get a discount, so I can present that, and that vendor can verify that ID against the issuer. In real time, make sure that, yeah, this guy is who he says he is. And at any point, the issuer, my employer, can actually revoke that. So it makes it super safe, you can't forge it, and it's very convenient. Let's dive in and take a closer look. As you can see, I'm logged in my Entra Admin Center where I can manage all aspects of Microsoft Entra, including Verified ID. We're going to go ahead and dive into it where we can see a little more information. You can see I've already actually configured it for this demo and verified it against my domain. I can create additional IDs or credentials and issue those, or I can create verification requests and verify other folks' IDs through maybe a custom web app or application I'm developing. Under organization settings, you can see that the decentralized identifier has been configured for web. Now, this is a way for verifiers to verify other folks' IDs that I've issued. We'll talk about that in a sec. But it works by way of when I issue these credentials, they are actually signed using an encryption key. So a signing key rather. And this signing key is contained within my Azure Key Vault. So that similar to how SSL certificates are signed when they're issued and there's ways to verify who the signing authority was, this is similar to how it works. And now the way that verifiers check and verify that I in fact sign those IDs that I've issued is by me placing a bunch of JSON files on my website, Terraform.com in this case, and as a verifier you can check that website, find the JSON, and you know it's my website, and you can see that I in fact was the signer of that ID, and now you've effectively verified it. For our demo, we're going to work with an organization called Woodgrove. Now, this has already been configured against my terraformdemo.com domain, so we're all good there. And you can see a preview of what these credentials are going to look like inside the Microsoft Authenticator app. And we can change the style of this, of course, to match your branding or your colors and logo, anything related to the text that's displayed on the card. So your organization has its own branding needs, or your application does, and we can match those and make it look and feel exactly the way your physical badges look today, let's say. Great. So now we've configured this branding for our Woodgrove demo. Now, if we were to issue those, we could issue those using the Microsoft Authenticator app, or if I wanted to issue them using my own app, I could do that using an API call. So that's also possible to build custom solutions around. I have the ability to revoke these credentials from within the portal, so I could just search the user's email and revoke it. Great. So let's go ahead and using this Woodgrove demo, let's dive into it. Now, let's say I'm an employee of Woodgrove, or a new employee rather, and they're asking me to register my information, and they're effectively asking, for my social security number and my ID so that they know it's me. But instead of filling out paperwork, it's all online, it's all digital. And so I'm going to go ahead and verify who I am. And the way that they have me do this is using a third-party theoretical service called True Identity. And I'm going to go ahead and get or acquire one of these True Identity verified IDs. So True Identity, you can imagine, is a service that Woodgrove uses to verify who I am. And so I'm going to upload a selfie of myself. I'm going to upload my government issued ID. So in this case, my driver's license. There you go. And when I click next, what's going to happen here is True Identity will actually verify that information that I've provided to make sure that it's, I'm being honest here and I am Justin Hansen. So there you go. It's been confirmed. Now what True Identity is asking for is for me to scan this QR code to add this Verify ID to my Authenticator app. So I open my phone, I open Authenticator, I switch over to Verified IDs here, and in the top right, I can actually scan a QR code. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's scan the QR code. Great. Now what's happening is they're just going to confirm a PIN, and they will effectively issue me a verified ID from True Identity. This is what I'm going to use to prove to Woodgrove that I am who I say I am. You'll see that in a sec. Great. So the ID has been issued. I can look at all sorts of information about this ID, where it came from, my age, my address, the document that was scanned. There's my driver's license, when it expires, all of this great stuff issued by True Identity using Verified ID. I can also see the activity around this ID. So, right now it was just issued. So let's go back to Woodgrove now, my new employer, and they are going to now confirm using that verified ID that I am who I say I am. So let's go ahead and do that. So it's now saying, okay, go ahead and scan this with your Microsoft Authenticator app, and we're going to check to see if you have a True Identity ID. Look at that. So now it's saying, would you like to share your True Identity ID with Woodgrove? Of course. So there you go. And it's been approved. See how simple and easy that is? And I can see the activity of who I presented it to. So I can keep track of everything that is presented to, whether it's been verified, all that good stuff. And it just takes seconds. So great. Now I've passed my verification. Now what I need, before I can go and order my equipment, I need a Woodgrove verified ID. That's where I'm going to get my employee discount. And so let's take the same path of scanning this QR code and entering the PIN so that I can get my Woodgrove work badge, if you will, the Woodgrove ID. And I need that in my wallet. There you go. So now I have my Woodgrove verified ID card, and it looks exactly like it did in the portal. So I can brand that, of course. Great, so now I have two. Really, the Woodgrove one is the one I care about. We get all the great information about it. And of course, it's also going to tell me the activity of this card. Again, it was just recently issued. Great, so now I need to order my equipment, and I need to get it at the discounted price that Woodgrove is entitled to. So we're going to visit ProSwear, which is where Woodgrove purchases the hardware from. And so as you can see, it's all retail price. I need to access my employee discount. So instead of entering my email and password, which there can be risk associated with that, I'm just going to easily verify my employee ID. So let's go ahead and scan this now with my Authenticator app. And I'm presenting to ProSwear my Woodgrove ID. Would I like to do this? Of course. Let's share that. And there you go. It's been approved and I've been verified. and you can see that my discount has been applied in the background. You can additionally see the activity, of course, that I presented it to ProSwear, and that ProSwear was able to verify that. So super simple, easy way for me to very quickly prove who I am, get the discounts I need, get onboarded as an employee, and it's completely trustless. It's using cryptography to do this all under the hood. So super advanced math, similar to how online banking works. Hey, so there you have it. That's Microsoft Entra's verified ID. I really hope you enjoyed our demo. And again, the use cases for this are quite immense. More recently, LinkedIn has added it where holders of these or employees of organizations are able to prove that they work for these organizations that they say they do on their profile. And the issuers, their employers, are able to verify that. And as a result, they get a nice little checkbox on their profile so that we, as browsing this platform, we can actually see that, oh, they actually work there. And so a way to digitally prove this cryptographically using advanced math is quite fascinating, and the use cases are quite immense. I'm personally very excited about this solution, and I hope you are too. Now, if you have any questions around this or other products around Microsoft security and compliance, please reach out to us. Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube for more demos just like this. Thanks a lot, take care, and be safe.